comments here.
Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Did we choose the right YouTube? Are we broadcasting on
This is the
Wee Wee
question.
Vlogs?
Are we
I don't think I selected. Did I select the correct video? Are you able to pull it
I think so. 275 people watching.
yeah, they wouldn't be
There we
random.
go.
They would not be random. Hello, you guys. Can
Hi.
you hear us? Suzanne, can you turn that off, honey?
Clearly they can hear us.
hear us, please let us know in the comment section. We have the mic on, and we are just getting set up right now.
Lily Catherine, the silly potato.
Oh, Lil Catherine, silly potato.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, can you hear us? Is the
Hi,
volume
folks.
okay?
I think the volume is
sorry,
okay.
I just gotta pull up the live stream or we can't
It's
engage.
right here.
It's right
Oh,
here.
wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. Well,
Tonight. Sorry.
you guys, we are not in Basel yet. We are not.
Well, I was in Basel yesterday.
She was dropping off her luggage. And then she
Literally.
flew to where we are now. Where are we?
They're in beautiful Lisbon.
Why does my hair look funny?
Eurovision 2018 host city. Let's just start by explaining
That was
why.
my first Eurovision.
Let's explain why we are here. It is because there's less info coming out of Basel, right? And Basel's very expensive. You know, I saw that a bed in a youth hostel at one point cost more than a 5-star hotel in Lisbon.
That's too much.
It's too much. So while we can't wait to get to Basel, we're going to be here for a few days broadcasting from here. And we're really excited to relive Eurovision 2018 all aboard. And we can't wait to get to Basel. Just an explainer there. All right, so why are we talking this evening? Well, day one of rehearsals have taken place inside St. Jakobshalle, and we saw we didn't see. We heard 7 countries.
Did we hear?
No, we
Girl.
heard from the EBU that 7 countries rehearsed, and the EBU has written up descriptions of the performances. So we will go through the descriptions, have a kiki, and share our thoughts on the song. But Loris kicks things off by saying, great seeing Suzanne.
Aw, thank you. And tonight I missed you too. And look, we have a newcomer. Hold on. Someone just said it's their first time catching one of our live streams. Casper, welcome.
Welcome, Casper. Do come again. Suzanne, if you hit the table, honey, the video shakes.
Sorry, guys.
But right. First off in this semifinal was Iceland, the Brothers Vibe. Now, basically, the EBU says this. The routine is fundamentally the same as the one we saw at Sångvakeppnin, but with a little Basel polish. The 2-part wooden boat is painted white with some waves at stage level, and the 3 backing dancers have upgraded outfits, silver dungarees with cute Icelandic jumpers and silver bucket hats. But the 2 Vibe Boys are in the same outfits with hoods that we saw previously, and of course their trademark silver shades. The whole routine has been elevated, and the arena is already jumping, although I
There's
don't
no one
think
there.
many people are there, so that's a curious description. Is there a mic drop at the end? Of course. Now, let's pause there. Bernardo, what are you thinking?
Well, first of all, I think this needed to be elevated from what we saw in Sångvakeppnin to make the song or the overall act a bit more competitive than people initially perceived it. So, guys, it's very difficult for us to be... I don't want to pass judgment on 3 sentences written by one person that is sitting there and watching the rehearsals. We don't even have pictures to base our opinions on. So I don't even have like a palette to base my opinion on. There's really nothing. I just want to say that for them to be able to qualify, I think they need to elevate their staging more than what was happening in Sångvakeppnin. Sorry.
Suzanne, thoughts on Iceland?
I don't know that I love this one. They look more like astronauts than boat captains. Oh my goodness, we have a super chat from D.O.
My favorite
Thank
sister.
you so much, D.O.
There's a whole story about that, sis, but I'm not going to get into it right now.
The cyst is gone, though, guys. It's gone.
The cyst is not gone, actually.
What?
No, the cyst came back.
Where is it?
Oh my God.
It's in the same spot. It actually needs to be removed.
Again.
Well, it's a really long story. We'll talk about it some other time.
Girl, Switzerland is not European Union. Do you have insurance?
I am not going to see another doctor outside of the country after the Dutch doctor who cut into my back, which is part of the problem.
What came out?
Well,
The brothers vibe. You gave birth to Iceland.
So anyway, I think they look more like boat captains.
I'm so
and I
sorry.
think
Would you
that
mind tilting your body this
I
way?
think they
and
look
then
more
I
like
can go this way?
astronauts than boat
But
captains.
stay in the frame.
And I feel like maybe this is just not working tonight. I feel like maybe
there we
they
go.
should join Emmy in her song instead.
Join Emmy in what sense?
Because they look like astronauts, not boat captains.
Oh, I see your point.
They actually do give astronaut, but there is more description from the EBU. Two interesting things that we're going to see used to great effect this year. The LED wall at the back of the stage is full width and height, so it allows the artist to create hugely impactful graphic backdrops. Vibe use it for very cool geometric landscapes and seascapes in neon red and blue that
cool.
feel very Icelandic, along with Vibe written in giant letters that we saw at the national final. And also the stage has an enormous rectangular frame.
Yeah.
It's entirely clad in LED pillars, so they can use the front and back graphics to create depth of field. Pyro update, lots of smoke jets for the Icelandic geyser vibe. Our eyebrows are so far intact. Do you guys think this is qualifying? In the chat, drop if you think it's qualifying, and Suzanne, you let us know if you think it's qualifying. Or Bernardo.
I think it's like I need to see it. I'm sorry for this song. It's not one of those songs that I say straightforward that based on the composition, the orchestration, whatever, that is going straight to the final on its merits. It really needs a stage show to elevate it. So I expect, well, from what we hear or from what we read, actually from the EBU live blog, they're trying to do that. Although I'm a bit scared when you read that they're doing like geometrical shapes on the LEDs, because the last person from Iceland that I remember doing geometrical shapes on stage, it was Zvala in 2017.
That wasn't good.
And that wasn't it. That wasn't it. So I expect
We've got
it to be
multiple
better,
super
yeah.
chats that we probably
Oh
need to
my goodness.
acknowledge.
So we're going to come back to the super chats, but first Hugo R says yes, Iceland is qualifying. Damien O says nope. Ice Wallow, oh my goodness. Ice Wallow, I'm not going to say the full name, says borderline. There's the name so you can see why I was hesitating.
And you're the one talking, not me. Thank you for picking on him this time.
Daniel Hanna, borderline non-qualifier, and Charlotte says qualifier, as does Sarah. Now, first, let's go to those super chats. This is from K-Pop 24/7. Where is Ducky Doo?
So Ducky Doo is spending most of his time in the United Kingdom with Devin. And I believe that Ducky Doo will make his way here with Devin on the 12th, unless Ducky Doo asks him to stay home. And so we'll see what happens. I'm sorry, unless Devin asks Ducky Doo to stay home and house sit.
For those of you new to the chat, Suzanne shares a plastic duck child with Devin. All right.
That I adopted from the student hotel, now known as the Social Club.
Thank
What?
you, K-Pop.
They changed the name.
The social hub.
The Social Hub, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
social
you
hub, not
for
sexual
that,
club. Thank you.
K-Pop 24/7. Next super chat was Ahmet Kuku Godekmir. See you in Basel. Love you guys. We love you, Ahmet. Thank you so much.
We hope to see you at the House of Helvetia starting this next Saturday.
How do you say the proper name in Swiss?
Helvetia.
Helvetia.
At
House
least
of
my
Helvetia.
Swiss friends last night when I was in Basel told me it is Helvetia.
You guys, we have more than 20 acts confirmed already.
Around on the number,
we
but
have
yeah.
a lot of acts confirmed. I'm going to publish the schedule by tomorrow morning, but if you're in Basel, do stop by between the 10th and the 17th.
A lot of announcements to come. One per day. The next one is coming in 15 to 30 minutes.
Have you scheduled that?
I have not scheduled that, but I will take care of. We're multitaskers. We're going to do that while we're live streaming. And then one per day until Saturday. And then if we have more confirmations coming through, we will let you know.
And all I'm going to say is this. Some of the people at or near the top of the betting odds will be at the House of Helvetia. All right. Thank you, Ahmed. And final super chat. This is Baita. Yippee ki-yo. Happy Eurovision kickoff. You guys rock. Blessings. Blessings to you and your adorable dogs there. They are beautiful.
Cute.
Thank you so much. That is a very generous super chat. That will be used to defray the cost of our server.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
The puppy's the real reward.
Are you my girl Beta in Puerto Rico? Are you my girl Beta in Puerto Rico? Holler in the comments. We move on back to the chat. You guys, we've got to wrap up Iceland and move on to Poland. But before we do, this is Christos Michael. Hello, guys. Good to see you again. And thank you for being here for fans. Is it possible for you to watch the rehearsals so that you let us know each one? Who would like to answer, Bernardo?
Well, unfortunately, no. This year, the European Broadcasting Union has closed ranks a bit more than they had already done last year. So first rehearsals are still closed off for all of the press. Second rehearsals are closed off for the press. And previously, the big difference from last year is that the first dress rehearsal for each of the shows, the press could go inside the arena and capture images and video and report on that. And that rehearsal was also shown in the press center. What's happening this year is that they're not showing the first dress rehearsal in the press center on the TVs. They're allowing press to come into the arena to watch the first dress rehearsal for each show live. But press can take pictures, can't make any videos, so we can only report what we see, but not show anything. That's it.
So come to the House of Helvetia. If you are in Basel, we have exclusive interviews. You know what? When one door shuts, another one opens.
And the one that opened is free.
Yeah, you don't have to pay. Come to our event. It's all
like a free concert for
free.
how many days?
Yeah, for like a week.
For a week, get up close and personal with the acts. Some
And
of them
us.
will sing, some of them will not. They will do interviews with us on stage, and some will even do meet and greets with you all to take pictures and videos, and that's it, yeah.
Ooh, Andrea Herzegovina says, can you say which movie bloggers will be in Basel? I don't want to...
Will be in Basel.
Simon will be in Basel.
Sinan will be in Basel.
Burak will be in Basel.
Maybe a guy named Devin
Adarini,
wiwiblogs.com.
Devin is making his return to the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 in Basel, Switzerland.
Woohoo! And he might even bring Ducky too.
Oh, we're getting real loud. Let me turn that down. So yeah, get ready. There are others. Forgive us. Ooh, why did it go dead? Why is it suddenly... Oh, there we go. And
Eurovision Injected just left us a super chat.
oh my goodness.
Missed you guys so much. Happy Eurovision from Prague.
Thank you so much. Love to Bohemia. Love to you. We appreciate you. CZK. Go Adonis. All right, we have to quit. We only have, basically, we have a dinner reservation at 8:30.
Oh, and Erdi. I am so sorry. Erdi to Jess is coming. There are a lot of other Wee Blogs that are coming.
Erdi.
Julia is making a
Julia
return from Australia.
Oh my God, Barack. Oh my God, so many are coming.
Just to be clear, we don't all have accreditation, but these are just people who will be in the city of Basel. Because I know how misinformation spreads real quick on the internet.
That's true.
Really, Potato, we loved meeting you and your mother last year.
The question, if I'm going to Basel, I am going to Basel.
Now,
I'm going to Basel.
We need to move on to Poland. Justyna with the song Gaja. Now, this is what the EBU had to say. While I read this, shout out your thoughts on Gaja, and we'll read them in a moment. So, the EBU says, time for a supreme goddess to emerge from Icelandic chaos. Poland, our first returner of the season. She, of course, was at Eurovision in '95. She's a massive artist in Poland. She has over 200 songs and has given more than 3,000 concerts. Now, as for the stage show, apparently there is a lot of reverb. You feel the reverberations through the floor of the arena. For at least a minute, the EBU forgot to breathe. Justyna descends on 2 ropes from the roof at the beginning of the song in this version, and she's in a black catsuit that's very similar to the one she wore at the Polish national selection, but it does not have the shoulder fringe. There is not the shoulder fringing. Her 4 backing dancers, 3 men, 1 woman, they also have different outfits with gladiator-like fringed skirts and very high heels. The choreography is complex, and the EBU gives it 10 out of 10 for core strength. Is that playing favorites? I'm just kidding. All right. The LED wall starts with spinning planets and water and lightning and lava like it's the birth of a universe. Then at the end, Justyna is lifted back up into the heavens against a backdrop of fire-breathing dragons. It's giving Game of Thrones meets Eurovision, and it's an absolute spectacle. It's Poland. Our girl is not across it. All right, so it sounds like this will follow a similar narrative to Poland, but amped up. The sight of dragons, I quite like that. You know, Mother Earth, Mother of Dragons.
In this house.
Yeah.
We like Game of Thrones.
We do. So, mystical vibe. I'm feeling positive. I don't feel like she has any problem qualifying. I feel like Poland is going through.
Yeah, I think like the fact that she's one of the most accomplished and established artists going into the Eurovision stage this year is actually a blessing for her. Not that she's coming back for Eurovision because Eurovision changed a lot, particularly in the last 20 years, but because she you know when the artist that you're talking about you're seeing on stage as experience, right? You kind of get on stage. It doesn't matter if it's a small one, if it's a big one, whatever. She just gets up there and does her business. And the fact that, like, now she has budget. Yeah. She has budget. Poland is getting every single penny of that country behind this entry. She's loved. Aww. That's what I want to say. And
Zero nerves.
And the fact that they changed the outfits for her and for the backing dancers, it's also great. I just hope it's giving Gladiator vibes and not Gladiator 2 vibes, because the first one, the original one, was better.
I just want to interject real quick before you speak. I think it's good they're dragons as well, because that will infuse color. Because I think the national final, it was quite dark, which is good. I mean, the story, it fits. But if it's too dark, you lose sight of the artists. And I think having the dragons come in will bring a splash of color to make it more dynamic. Quickly, before we come to Suzanne, super chat from Marsan Popularski. Justyna and Suzanne, mothers of Eurovision.
Aw, thank you so much.
That is a gorgeous comment. Thank you, Marsan, for your donation. And this is Damien O. Poland, possible dark horse this year. Looks like they won't have Polish effects this year.
We'll have some Polish effects in this house as well.
Shouting out to Altman. It's funny, looking back at the Altman performance, I see why this has become a meme. I do. Suzanne, thoughts on Poland?
I really loved the witchy vibe. And the funny thing is in my notes, I wrote mother of all.
That's what she is, mother.
Tying back to that. But and Hera Bork last year, to your point, she said that her superpower was that she had been on that stage before. So there's something to be said for that. Yeah.
Kyle Alessandro Hive, thank you for the super chat. Kyle asks, can you find out where Theo Evan was on January 6th, 2021?
Sorry.
Now, is this a mystery? Was this a publicly asked question, or is this some kind of internet conspiracy stuff?
Because it kind of fits in...
Famous days in history. What happened on January 6th, 2021?
Tell us more, Kyle.
Was this the...
January 6th, 2021.
I know this.
This is
this was the Capitol attack on the United States.
Led by...
I don't think Theo Evan... Anyway, we're going to move on. But thank you for your super chat. We appreciate you. And we continue with Poland. Look, people say, this is in second position. That's a bad thing. It does not matter. When you are good, you get through. Yeah. Brunette from Armenia, Jerry Heil from Ukraine, and Justyna from Poland. She will go through.
She will go through, yeah.
And what do you guys think? Is Poland going through? Is Poland going through? Okay.
I believe everyone is saying the short answer is yes.
I gotta scroll up. Scrolling up. We have Osa saying mother. We have Michi28 saying, I hope that her performance isn't as messy as the Polish national final. We have Luvi Minari saying, Poland, welcome to the finals. And we have Tune saying, she's a queen and she will make a good show in Basel. I think we all agree with that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think she could take what she had from the national final and she'd be fine because it's visually different from everything else we have this year.
And it's really about her, right? Yeah. So, but they will work on it. Or they worked on it for sure.
I heard someone say it was like too crazy. I say not crazy enough. Keep going. Give us all the crazy because that's why it
if you're going to put it out there, all of it, just go with it. No barriers. Just go with it.
This is a song where you go all in. You don't do it halfway. If you do it halfway, you end up looking a little awkward. But she's putting her whole body into it.
Yeah, turn up the heat or go down in flames. Yeah. And she's turning up the heat.
That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. All right. We are going to move on. Helly, hi. Suzanne, so much love for you on the live stream.
All the love. Thank you so much.
That is quite something.
I don't get love anywhere else. It's really sad.
All right. Final comment. I just love these comments. Casper Rota Kitchen. Sorry, my eyes are really bad.
First we had Bambi and Raven, now this. Welcome to the Mother Witch Club.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Casper
Rothkelchin. Rothkelchin,
yeah.
Oh, we gotta add Emmy Witchwoods to the Mother Witch Club. I guess she was Teen Witch back then. All right, we have to move on because there are 7 countries in here. And the next country that we are going to talk about after I scroll away from the January the 6th United States Capitol attack is...
I believe is Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Yeah, I gotta go to my notes.
How much time do we have left together? That is the
on this
question.
live stream?
No, girl.
The song.
The
silly
song.
I'm kidding.
And this is what the EBU has to say. While we talk about Slovenia, please share your thoughts on Slovenia in the comments. Suzanne, do you want to do the dramatic reading of the EBU's description of Slovenia?
I would love to.
But please start with this paragraph.
And then go back up.
No, because that's just bio.
Oh, okay. How Much Time Do We Have Left is a song about the fragility of life. And the staging really captures that haunting theme with both the LED wall and the front arch, both sparkling with thousands of stars that change from red to blue through the song. It's also a different outfit from the one Klemen wore at EMA. In this rehearsal, he's wearing a black suit with a white t-shirt rather than a gray turtleneck. As we saw at EMA, Klemen sings the middle section upside down, supported by 2 backing dancers. After 2 up-tempo openers, this feels it will create a moment of beautiful, hypnotic quiet. Klemen's huge vocals fill the hall with heart and soul.
I have to ask a question. Is it necessary to sing upside down?
The short answer is no. The long answer is no.
But think about this. Think when you think of losing someone, right? The people in your life who are really important to you. Does that not actually turn your entire world upside down?
He explained exactly that on our live stream.
And as you know, I probably didn't listen to that. So.
But this is the point, though. You could just flip the camera. It would also be upside down. I think in Slovenia, because it was a small studio, it didn't have the wow factor. Maybe here, the LEDs will be used to somehow enhance that. Because singing upside down, while he does it very well, I just remember thinking that took me out of the power of the song. The power of the song is the honesty, the emotion. And in real life, would you sing on your head? Would you flip over? I don't know. It took me out of the emotion.
You know what? At the end of the day, I think it's just like, oh, we're going to Eurovision. Let's do a gimmick.
That's what it feels like.
And
which is a shame because it's the most heartfelt song of the year.
Exactly. You can see like even people that watch only Eurovision once a year that are not like avid followers as we are. People tend to expect like, where's the Eurovision hook coming? Where's like the crazy thing coming? And that usually doesn't come from ballads like this one. So the fact that he's coming from a ballad might be surprising for someone, and for other people will just be like, oh, there you go, the Eurovision gimmick. Yeah, and take people out of the actual importance of the message, which is a real story and a heartbreaking story that Klemen is trying to portray on the song. So if I was on like his team, it wouldn't be upside down. But yeah.
The name Diva Down says he ain't no Sarah Alto, referring to her upside down moment in 2018.
So this song makes me think of my cats.
We're going to come back to your cats. She's Fondant says the message is lovely. It is lyrically deep and Klemen does sing well, and props to keeping the composure and skill upside down. However, it's too Coldplay-esque for my personal taste. Now, Suzanne, back to your cats.
Well, no, just how much I think about it all the time when I look at Marlon, who will be 15 when I get home. How much time do we have left together?
Okay. How much time? Do you want to keep chatting about Klemen? I'm coming right back. I have to use the lip.
Oh my god. This is going to be incredible. What do you guys think? Let's see other comments regarding Klemen.
I'm going to look at them on my phone.
And I'll make sure... Oh, I forgot about that. Let me see.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, Cheese Fondant said that he's a likable bloke. Yeah, we've met him over like several pre-parties, and he's one of the most approachable acts this year. He's always like willing to help and and just making sure things go smoothly. Yeah. Do you want to discuss more, Suzanne, about
Shay,
Klemen?
my cats entering Oh yeah, I don't think that San Marino is the place for my cat. He doesn't like to travel, but gosh, the older he gets, the Siamese in him just gets more and more vocal. So maybe. Chisa says non-qualifier. Joseph Shalov agrees. The silly potato. Oh my God. Klemen's song could touch a lot of people, but I still think it's going to fade in the background. I can see that. At least it's not just another love song. You know how much I hate those move-on songs. Let's see. How excited are we for the first semi? Says Philip Curlin, because it, to me, is one of the least exciting. Okay, on the note of it being one of the least exciting semis, you know what's interesting is that I as much as I like some of the songs this year, I really feel like some of them overall, like this is just an odd year. There aren't that many that reach out and grab me. All right, let's see what you lovely souls are saying here in the comments. All right. So, Joe Crook, how do I get to my super chat? Joe Crook, who visits us often. Joe Crook, while I can't quite get to you, I can't find your super chat. I want to say thank you for the super chat. And hello, Shay. Let's see what else is going on here in our chat. Slovenia will appeal more to the older generation. I can see that. I hope hallucination grabs you, Suzanne. Oh, Diva Down. We've started filming our semifinal 2 predictions, and I think hallucination is going to qualify, but so far it hasn't reached out and grabbed my heart yet. That doesn't mean that it won't. Helfa asks, what is my favorite this year? Hey, Bernardo, you tell them what my favorite is this year.
Surprising a total of 0 people in the world, Suzanne Adams' favorite is Ireland.
Okay, do you all find it surprising that Ireland is my favorite song this year? Like, I think she's amazing. All right, so let's go back to Klemen. Klemen said in London that he decided to sing Upside Down because the song is a ballad. It needed something special. I agree with you. I don't think it's gimmicky. I really think that it kind of ties to just your world turning upside down. Helly, I don't know if I will be interviewing people or not. I'm normally kind of a standby for interviewing, although last year I thought my interviews were so much better than they used to be. All right, let's keep going. Yes, Lily Catherine, supporting the Norwegian. Joseph says, not my favorite, but an absolute banger. I'm not sure if you're talking about Like a Party. Oh, you've got to be talking about Like a Party because, well, How Much Time Do We Have Left Together is not a banger. So I'm glad that you think it's a banger. Also, I really, really love it. Oh, Daisy Duke, you think that Like a Party is cringe? That makes me so sad.
Wait, how are we talking about Ireland? They haven't rehearsed today.
Well, we're talking about Ireland because somebody asked me what my favorite song was.
All right, well, we continue with day one of Eurovision.
Oh my God, that's Suzanne is probably the only person who liked Marius Beer.
I love it. Right, the bathroom in this hotel is so beautiful.
It is.
It's gorgeous. All right, so the next country to rehearse was Estonia. So comments on Estonia, please drop those in. Do you want to read this dramatically?
Yes, you want.
Starting there.
Okay. So you know that we make up the Iced Coffee Club, right? Like this all started in Tel Aviv. All right, where am I going? Sorry, where was I starting? Here
let me give you this.
Estonia, Tommy Cash, Espresso, Macchiato. One last rehearsal before we take a break for lunch, and it's Estonia's Tommy Cash.
It's almost time for dinner.
He's a singer and conceptual artist with a huge social media following across Europe. He's even played Glastonbury, and now he's bringing his unique style to Basel. Espresso Macchiato is the first of 3 songs featuring the Italian language this year, and one of 2 songs about Italy that aren't sung by Italy. Welcome to the joyful unpredictability of Eurovision. It's one of the many reasons why we love it so much. Tommy is wearing the same blue suit, long red tie we saw at Estee Lau, and the routine...
Estee Lau, like it's Estee Lauder. Sorry, keep going.
You know, these people... All right, and the routine is also much the same, with 2 burly security guards who are joined by 2 others for Tommy's trademark spaghetti-logged dance routine. The LED backdrop creates an alpine landscape that matches the mountains that flank the stage with similar animated graphics to those we saw at EL. I'm not going to say it again. Just much bigger and bolder. There's a real fun energy to this song. Cool. You can't help but sing along. This is, as the kids say, going to go very big in the hall. I like it. I love the whole concept of this restaurateur talking about being a restaurateur and how much he needs that espresso macchiato.
All right. Well, we're going to read some super chats very quickly. This is Christoph Pilarik. Great to see you guys. A true annual tradition. Thank you so much. We are going back to Puerto Rico to our girl, Baita Beta. Yes, queen. 'Tis me, RuPaul Miss You fan. Here's a little more for your cab fare for y'all. That is so sweet.
It's very sweet and very kind of you.
Big love to Puerto Rico. We love our girl, Baita Beta Hunty. And did you shout out to Joe Crook previously? Thank you so much, Joe Crook. All right, you guys, let's actually read some comments from the live chat about Estonia. Tommy got that cash. Shay says, Suzanne is reading like her life depends on it. Can she host the show next year? The auto cue will be stunned by her gorgeous literary ability.
Thank you so much. Do you want to hear something funny? Okay, so I'm going to go back to childhood for a moment because you all know I love to digress. So when I was a kid, I was probably in the maybe 1st or 2nd grade, and we would sit around in a circle and we had to read out loud. And I remember coming home from school one day after I had to read out loud, and I said to my dad, I'm like, Dad, I really messed up. The other kids can read better than I can. And when I was a kid, he used to read to me every night, and he would teach me like the hard to spell words in the dictionary.
That's actually so sweet.
And help me enunciate my words. And so I was so upset that when it came to reading out loud as a first or second grader that I struggled. And so we spent probably the next 18 months of my life reading out loud. And it was very important to me that I be confident and comfortable at reading out loud because of how I felt as a first and second grader. So Shay, thank you. And thank you to my sweet, sweet father for ensuring that I was able to do it. All right, more chats.
We keep going. Who is next?
Is William on the toilet? No, he's not.
No. I'm dealing with lots of data issues, hotel things, the bathroom.
We actually,
there's a lot going on.
Our 5-star hotel is lacking air conditioning in this room.
Actually, it's getting colder.
Yeah, but I was wiping my forehead just now. All right. Who has comments on Tommy Cash? No one actually is giving... Here we go. Tunay says, I really despise... Tunay says, I really despise the way Tommy Cash plays his character. And ESC Cat says, I wish there was more staging for Estonia. It seems a bit lazy. That's interesting. I must say, I hope that it's amped up because it did feel flat at times in Estonia, but it is intriguing. It clearly Suzanne was taken.
I like it.
You were absolutely taken with it.
Although I must say, if this song is aimed at a TikTok audience, particularly, most of the TikToks that usually go viral, they are like devoid of any complexity. They're like the most simple things you can find on the internet, and that they turn out to be like the most memeable, the most shareable, the most iconic things ever. So it will really depend, of course, on amping up a little bit of what happened on Estilao, but more than that, making sure that they convey the message of the song as best as they can. They need to create a narrative on stage, because this song is not going to be powered through the musicality or the orchestration or the voice of Tommy Cash. It's going to be amplified by the message they're able to put on stage, and if that connects or not with the audience. So that's what they should focus on, because the rest, the people will do it. If it's shareable, people will share.
I think it does carry a message. Like, when you think, I really do. So you've got this restaurateur, right? And restaurant work is hard as work.
Yes, it is.
And in the original video, you've got these like dueling macchiatos, right? Like competing priorities. I don't know. I think it delivers a very relevant message to any audience. And I think it's just so fun and so kitschy. I loved it. I mean, I do get how it's TikTokable, but I don't think it's like void of heart and message.
Oh my God.
I really did like the opposing macchiatos.
This is only day one. By the end of the 2 weeks, my girl Suzanne is going to kill me.
I love you, B.
I know.
Someone just asked if we'll be live streaming from the press center as of Saturday, and the answer to that is we will actually be at the House of Helvetia.
Oh yeah, starting this Saturday, or not this Saturday. The Saturday is today. Next Saturday, we're going to kick things off at 12 in the afternoon, Swiss time, of course, with the first set of countries. And the first day, if no one cancels, fingers crossed, we're going to have
Don't put that out into the universe, Bernardo.
Fingers crossed, you know how it goes. This is Eurovision. People cancel last minute because they need to save their voices. The contest is first, but most of the delegations are willing and excited to come and meet you. So we're going to start at 12. We're going to have 4 countries per day, roughly. And we hope to be done by 4 each day. But Helvetia has many other activities going through their campus throughout the day.
And I just want to clarify, Sarah Sun...
That's what I was just...
Yeah, Sarah Sun has joined the chat late. She asks, are you guys in Basel? No. We are in Lisbon, but we will be in Basel next week? What's today?
Thursday, next week.
We'll
Today's
be
Saturday.
there late next week, because we were like, we could pay €258 for a bed in a dorm room at a youth hostel. Or we could come to Lisbon for a fraction of the price. So we have done the latter.
We did choose a 5-star hotel.
Well, in any case, we don't need to talk about where we are, what we're doing. But the point is, because there's not much EBU coverage and there's no press room, we didn't see a reason to go to the host city, which is kind of strange. But we look forward to getting there on Thursday.
I was in the host city last night. I had dinner in this cute little castle with my cute little friends. I dropped off my big suitcase, brought my little suitcase here, so when I get back, I have more clothes.
All right, but look, we have to move on. We have to move on to the next act. And Suzanne, I'm going to tee this up for you to read the next act that rehearsed on day 1 of rehearsals.
I have it here.
Semi-final 1. It was Ukraine, Ziferblat with Bird of Prey. Now, we're going to skip the biographical info and start there.
The onstage garden of grass and flowers has also gone. And there must be more about this. Hold on. I think we need to go back for a moment. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go back to the paragraph above. The staging has definitely undergone some changes since the performance that won them Vidbeer. The suits are a similar wide-legged puff shoulders 1970s cut, but they're now each in a different solid, bright color with lots of sparkle, and the 3 backing singers have glittery gold pantsuits. The onstage garden of grass and flowers has also gone, that reads funny to me. Instead, the LED wall has pink and green neon graphics that pulse and swirl with the music and explode during the chorus. The lighting and close camera work really drive this performance. Even the way Daniel walks around the stage is perfectly choreographed to each beat. The whole thing is very stylish and polished, but that's very much the
Ziferblat
signature, no? Pyro update. There's low smoke on the main stage from the start, then some fireworks during the guitar middle 8. Post-lunch lull? Oh no, not in this arena.
Lil Catherine says, I love Ukraine, always bringing something that's beautiful and or interesting. I cannot wait to see the graphics.
Yeah.
Because we know they're going to
deliver.
on point.
Lil Catherine, you know how much I love you. But I loved the last 3 Ukrainian songs, and I actually go back to Go A's, I loved Go A, both of her. Yeah. Go A. And anyway, so I love the last few songs. However, this one to me, like, I became very accustomed from those songs to the Ukrainian beat. And yeah, it was the last 2. Okay, anyway. And this one to me didn't have the Ukrainian beat. I don't know. Did I miss it? Am I crazy?
This is like progressive rock.
Yeah, this is a very different vibe from what Ukraine usually sends. But at the same time, it's the incredible Ukrainian team working with this. I mean, like, for every single year, like, the LED work is incredible. Even if they're bringing, and this doesn't happen very often, but even if they're bringing the dullest song ever, they're still able to elevate it in some way, shape, or form with the staging, with the choreography, with the camera work. This is a team that knows how to make good television, regardless of the type of song that they're bringing.
I don't disagree. I just love that Ukrainian beat that I love. That is all.
Okay. I guess the thing I always have loved about Ukrainian entries is that instantly identifiable Ukrainian beat, Ukrainian folk. So, okay, and like this year
doesn't have it.
It's a different take, but it's still, there's Ukrainian language, which I think is also quite valid. Apparently
valid and important nowadays.
People are saying the EBU is uploading shorts that give us a sneak peek of the outfits. So we are going to try and go to those right now. Where can we find those? Please direct us.
Are they on social media?
To the right place. I'm going to search here.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, let's pull those up.
Is your P trying to tell you something?
Is your P trying to tell you
something? That was the first thing that popped up on Eurovision.
I see. For copyright reasons, we can't show this on screen, though.
Oh, well, we probably shouldn't play the music either. Let's put it on mute. Can we mute it? Sorry.
So basically what the EBU is doing, so they've pre-recorded some videos on their regular clothes back home, and then they do kind of like a quick change, TikTok style, to their stage outfits. I don't know, William, if you want to describe...
Just a second. Yeah, just a second.
What? But we're gonna go... We'll finish like reviewing all of these blog posts, and then we'll go.
They do not look like boat captains. Sorry.
And then to finish the live stream, we'll go through all of these small Instagram reels before we close the day, basically.
Incredible. All right, yeah, let's keep going. So let's do a super chat. There are some super chats here. This is Joe Crook. I'm not at Eurovision this year, but hoping to be back next year. William, I got your book, and it was a great read. Thank you so much. Suzanne, I hope your cats are doing well.
Thank you, Joe.
Joe,
Thank
you ain't no crook. You the real deal, honey.
gosh.
Yes. Thank you so much. And who... Oh, and Joe Crook again. That's so kind. That is so sweet. Yes, comments on Ukraine quickly before we move on.
I mean, while you search for them, really no surprise, this is going to sail through to the final. Yeah.
Cheese Fondant. It's a nice song that really needs, I love that name, needs some stage elevating. Ukraine pretty much always delivers.
This is the truth.
So I believe it's a potential underdog here. That's fantastic. And VM said, in a Ukrainian interview, guitarist said he will not sing. There is a new girl for the intro.
So they're mixing it up,
Oh,
which is also nice. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And, yeah, well, great. Oh, this is so nice. Priscilla says, hello, divas. Eurovision definitely starts with your live connections.
Aww.
Thanks. Loving
Priscilla, you are Esa Diva, honey.
This is funny. Wait, okay, this is fake news. Where is it?
William and Devin are lovers.
Devin and William are lovers, and they have 3 ways with Will's husband. Really? Really, girl? That is fake news, and I'm so sorry. My girl.
This is your first and last comment.
All
Bye.
right, bye. All right, who, Weeby Vlogs accidentally made a comment. Whoops. All right, well, who is the next country? Oh,
gosh. Oh,
Scrolling.
Girl, we're sitting on the floor, babes.
Yeah, we are sitting on the floor. Like, we moved all the furniture in our little flat.
Goodness.
The room was crazy.
You guys, you know who's next.
Who's next?
Bara, bada, bastu. Da, 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 da. Suzanne, would you like the honor of reading the dramatic EBU? Can you do it on your phone, actually? Sorry.
Please do. William and I need to go.
Was that on WeeBlogs.com?
Yeah, yes, WeeBlogs.com. And then
I never go to WeeBlogs.
Well, neither do I. Go to WeeBlogs.com and then scroll. Whoops.
While they're scrolling, there's a question here. What's new? Yeah. Could you sum up what happened today? I'm lost. Today was the first day of rehearsals in Basel. These are closed rehearsals, which we don't have access to. And the only information that we have out is the one that the EBU decides if it's worth posting. In this case, what they're doing, they have a live blog going on the entire of the day, putting a review, but not a review because they can't review each country, but describing what's happening on stage for each of the countries taking the stage. And they're doing an Instagram reel with the stage outfits for today. And we're kind of like going through all of that information here, me, Suzanne, and William, and opening the floor to your comments as well.
And we have 38 more minutes, just so they know.
Because we have a dinner reservation, and, we are always hungry, despite the fact that it's been a while since we did a good mukbang with you all.
Oh, my God, we're going to do that this year.
We might.
Oh, my God. Yeah, for you guys to know. First up, we're going to go, when we arrive in Switzerland, we're going to go to the supermarket. We're going to get some cookies, and we're going to do it.
And we're going to get some Greek yogurt.
Oh, I love Greek yogurt.
And berries and nuts. Okay, so let's read what the EBU has to say. So last year, Sweden were represented by Norwegian twins, and this year it's Finnish trio Kevin, Axel, and Jakob, aka Kai. But despite being the first Finnish act to represent Sweden, they're from the Swedish-speaking part of Finland and are singing in Swedish. It's also the first time Sweden have sung in their own language since 1998. Are you keeping up? No matter. If not, your local TV commentator will almost certainly explain This all again next week. All of which excitingly means we are 6 rehearsals in and have already cooked up 6 different languages.
Can we pause for 1 second?
And we still have Portuguese to come.
Slay.
I gotta say.
Bara, bastu.
Oh, there we go. Description of the song. Keep going. Sorry. I was like, I want the details of today.
Bastu means just sauna. This song is an invitation for the Eurovision fandom to steam it
Oh my
up,
God, we've known this for years.
let go of stress, and
honestly.
turn up the heat like a Swede Finn. Staging-wise, we
let's
can confirm the changes from Melfest that Kai have already spoken about. The same brown suits, a fire pit that's more like the wooden heat rock box you get in a sauna, and a log store that is easier for the now 3 dancers to tilt into sauna mode. However, a few additional things to
Let's
note.
pause right there. So obviously, because of the 6-person rule, they've had to reduce the number of dancers. So we're just having 3. I don't think that matters because the guys are doing the choreo and so are the dancers. So it still feels like a full stage. Sorry, keep going.
However, a few additional things to note. The opening sausage is significantly larger than the one we saw in Melfest. The LED backdrop provides an entire forest complete with deer.
With sausage? Oh.
Deer, and no, we're not making deer sausage, until the key change when the entire arena goes full neon laser party for an epic finish. Finally, Kai have found some fir trees. We're too far away to tell if they're real or fake. Sorry. We'll try to sneak into the prop store later. We did it last year to check if the Windows 95 man denim egg had pockets. Pyro update. Flames in the fire pit and flame jets in the middle 8 just before the key change. The smoke jets to accompany the laser party ending.
Oh my God, this
Sweden
is a never-ending
has
review.
left
Oh my God.
nothing unsteamed.
Wait, was that seriously? Was it that long?
Yes.
It was this
That-
long.
Did you think
I
You know what? It was this long and they said absolutely nothing.
I learned nothing except that they lost 1 person.
And the sausage is bigger.
All right, so bigger sausage. During that long chat, we got this super chat from Kyle Alessandro. Hi.
Hi, Kyle.
They say, Suzanne, I named my therapist, ChatGPT, after you.
Aww.
That's a compliment.
Thank you.
Well, look, let's talk about Sweden. Honestly, this is so feel good. This just makes you smile, and it's not a joke, right? If you laugh at Sweden, the joke's on you, because this is good music. We saw at Melodifestivalen that international jurors do support this.
Yeah.
This only lost to Måns Zelmerlöw by 1 point. It was super close. You're going to see jurors here are not embarrassed to vote for this. People talk about joke acts. I don't think this is a joke, but those who perceive this as a joke act...
This is humorous.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Okay. I just have to say.
Please.
Oh my God.
Speak your truth.
I don't-
So a bomb is incoming.
The stage is yours.
The stage is yours, girl. The
I
pleasure
don't-
is not ours.
I do not love this. Like, it makes me laugh. It makes me giggle. It kind of makes me happy. So I like it more than the 2 I'm about to talk about. But the Hey Ho, Let's Go song, it reminds me of that song, right? Circus Mercus. And then last year, I think it was Estonia, who had like the 6 to 8 guys, whatever, with their black suits on, right? And I don't know. There's something about this that reminds me of those 2 songs. And while it's fun and I like it, it's hard to like it because it reminds me of those 2 songs that I didn't love. Okay, that's all.
Right. You've had your moment. This
And after that, we need to say that even though Suzanne doesn't like them, they most likely can still win Eurovision Song Contest.
Absolutely. They can absolutely win the Eurovision Song Contest. In recent days, I've kind of been like, yeah, Sweden's winning. It's sort of, and I don't say that with a heavy heart. I say that with enthusiasm. They deserve it. They do a great job hosting. Whereas previously, I was very much like, ooh, it's kind of very open. But increasingly, maybe it's because it feels open, it also feels closed. If you know what I mean? Like, it's so open, I just see Sweden running
They're all going
to the
to be
victory.
taken.
But I can
by
also
Ireland.
see, like,
Ireland is going to win.
3 or 4 other girls.
Hold up. I love our girl Emmy, but Ireland is not the winner of the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 in Basel, Switzerland.
It could be a dark horse. You guys don't know.
It's not a horse, it's a dog, and it's not winning.
I
It's dead.
love Emmy.
The poor dog has passed away. Shout out to Zeltmensch. We love you. Thank you so much. There was a super chat FloppyCon legend says, FloppyCon. Why are y'all loving these streams here at the cemetery? Listen, he might work at a cemetery and he's watching us on his 4G, 5G. Shout out to FloppyCon. Keep slaying, king or queen. Thank you for the super chat. While they laugh, William is denial. Pack your bags for Dublin. Now,
I really do love like a party.
I love like a party.
Oh my
I just
God.
don't think we're going to Ireland, y'all. I love like a
they're
party.
so due.
She's very
Oh my
sweet
God.
as well. She's very sweet.
Oh,
There was someone. Someone made a comment. Where did it go? Where did it go? I just want to find this very nice.
oh my
comment.
God. I hope you're having fun at the cemetery.
Mr. CG, yes, Debin, the OG Eurovision blogger, together with William. Debin will be joining us at the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 in Basel. He arrives, I believe, on Monday before the semi-final. So he will be here for a full week, ready to slay the live stream.
Not at the cemetery.
Okay, FloppyCon, do you work in a cemetery?
If you do, it's fine.
FloppyCon, let us know.
Of course it's fine. That would be their job.
Cemeteries are incredibly important places.
I
Yes,
love
they
to
are.
Places of
visit
commemoration.
cemeteries.
Yes, and celebration of
Celebration.
celebration of life.
Spirituality,
Yeah.
important moments in people's lives.
I go like every other month with my mother to visit my
salute
father.
them. I salute them. James Burnett, is the UK song growing on William now that he has met the girls? The song, no. The girls, yes. They're fantastic, fantastic performers, lovely people. The song, I don't know. The song just it just doesn't speak to me, but they deliver it very, very well. They're such good singers.
It's
my
actually
God.
growing on me, and I haven't met them.
That's
It's
great.
like I don't
You
know.
would love them.
There's something about it. Whenever I
The
hear
boys
it,
vibe?
it's
They're
just
your type of
growing
women.
on me.
You would absolutely love them. They are so
And I
full of
love
life.
their video.
What are we talking about?
The Remember
UK.
Monday.
Oh, lovely girls.
Lovely, nice people. Very nice.
No need, thank you.
What was the question?
Did you have water?
service.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Why are they doing room service at 7:30 and I have to?
I think it was turned down.
Turned down.
So where is the? Y'all haven't made that big of a mess. Here we go.
we did.
Oh, it's not FloppyCon. It's Flop Icon.
a flop icon. I get the cemetery.
The reason I said FloppyCon, I was thinking like Comic-Con, Dragon Con, like convention. So I was thinking like FloppyCon. Even though
Does he do iconic burials? Oh my God.
Thank you, TSVK, for explaining that.
This is too much for me.
Goodness.
Flop icon.
What
we
is
love
this?
you.
Hell says hell. Please, y'all would love poison cake
After
ending at
the
the cemetery.
Only if I could have my espresso,
Oh my- there's
macchiato, and a milkshake first.
There was a comment saying like, is Suzanne's cyst beried at that cemetery?
Oh
And
my God.
we can
The
confirm.
cyst is still with me.
It's still
There is a
alive.
very generous super chat from Mui Shonal. Hello guys, miss you all in Rotterdam. My little contribution to you guys' Eurovision journey this year. Lots of love
Thank
to
you very
all.
much.
We love you so much.
Mwah.
Shout out to my friend on LinkedIn. You are so kind. Freddie and I loved meeting you in Amsterdam
Aw.
the year before. I'm sorry we didn't see each other this year, but you remain a queen. Do you remember Mui from Rotterdam? 2021 Press Center?
Yes, she has the precious daughter, and I
This
think
is
he
our
gave us
girl.
chocolate. Yes.
This is our girl.
Oh.
Donk you and Donk Gavel. Do come again. We're going to see more of you over the next 2 weeks, I hope. Big shout out. We got to get back to the cemetery, though.
Yes.
We got to get back to the cemetery. Joe says that these live streams get more and more unhinged.
Why is someone?
thank you
saying
so much.
I
I think
understand
that's
why anyone
correct.
under
That is
40 would have plastic
That is
surgery.
correct.
Who's getting plastic surgery?
Wrong stream. Sorry.
What is on your YouTube? What is on her YouTube channel? All right, look. We need to keep. Oh, Ducky Doo is buried at the cemetery, says Helly Triple
No,
Eight.
Ducky Doo is alive and well.
Do you think if this song was Hello, Aris Antononu, where are we at in this review? All right, we move on to Portugal. Now, I know this
I am biased.
means a lot to our resident Portuguese, and we are in Portugal at
but
this
even
moment.
if Portugal had a bad song,
Can you do the dramatic reading?
he would still love it because it's Portugal.
Dramatic reading.
Kinda.
Dramatic reading coming in from Suzanne.
For this place.
Deslocado.
This place.
Kyle Alessandro Hive says the Teo Evan rhinoplasty.
Girls.
That's...
Let's not.
That was...
Let's not.
She apologizes. That was for Google. That was for Google.
Okay, but let's not speculate on people's.
I've never
Serving
had a nose
floppy cunt at the cemetery.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god.
I still can't believe we called it
Tune, we have lots of live streams coming. Thank you so much. Shout out to Thomas Habits. You may want to check our Instagram for an announcement in the coming minutes. Do you want to take care of that? Oh no, because we're about to review Portugal. So we're about to review Portugal, actually.
And then we're going to close this live stream.
So Suzanne,
because we're hungry.
Suzanne is now going to do a dramatic reading of the EBU's description of the first rehearsal of Napa's Deslocado performance.
Would someone like to play some dramatic music for me?
Displaced.
Time for our final rehearsal of the day, and it's Portugal's Napa. They are, I'm not going to say their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names, a 5-piece band from the Portuguese island of Madeira who released their first album back in 2019.
Can we pause for a minute? Floppy Con legend. Oh, sorry, Flop Icon. It's like that thing where you say the future is nowhere or the future is now here, as opposed to Flop Icon Legend or Floppy Con Legend. But Floppy Con Legend says, thank you so much for the cemetery support. Keep giving us life in the cemetery. Thank you so much.
Back to Portugal.
Back to Portugal.
Sung in Portuguese, our 7th language of the day, Deslocado translates as displaced. It's a song about feeling out of place in the city, but also the peace of knowing you can always go home. The emotion is very much in the tradition of Portuguese fado, but the sweeping musical arrangement of Deslocado also adds a contemporary summer vibe. Gosh, I feel like I'm like in a summer dress walking around a garden right now. All right. They describe their influences as bands like the Beatles, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Arctic Monkeys. And you can definitely hear a touch of all three in this performance. The setup of the band on stage is the same as we saw at Festival de Canção, but a few things have been added for the Basel stage. Firstly, the band's outfits have changed. Now, they all have long sleeve jackets or shirts in different muted colors that elevate the whole thing to a new level of style. The LED wall adds some lovely floating clouds and animated skyscapes that change color in sync with the LED arch, all of which adds to the dreamlike quality of this performance. The harmonies are stunning in this big space. Even if you don't understand Portuguese, you can feel the emotion, and those gentle final notes gave us goosebumps. A lovely way to end the day.
So they got new clothes.
And a new LED background, which was much needed.
And I feel like I'm having afternoon tea in a garden.
But will the woman from the Black Mamba still be walking across?
It's clouds, baby. Unless she flying, she ain't be.
So she's gone.
She gone.
Oh no.
She gone. So that was one of like the things that I was hoping is that the band in coordination with the Portuguese delegation would be able to create a narrative on stage. Because the song lends itself very, very well to that. There's like a clear message and a clear story to this song that could be portrayed on stage in many, many ways. They ended up going with city structures and the clouds, and they're trying to create, I believe, a different reality, a different universe on stage, and making sure people buy into it.
Can we pause for 1 second?
Yeah, sure.
Maria Santos says, "Who is the source?" This is from the Eurovision Broadcasting Union, the official website of the Eurovision Broadcasting Union. They have been describing what happened in rehearsals. We won't have photos to dissect until tomorrow, which we will be doing same time and place tomorrow evening on this live stream, probably for longer
Only we
tomorrow.
might find like a seat that's not on the floor.
The lighting is better though, babes. In any case, sorry to interrupt. Keep
No,
going.
no.
Lewis asked a question. He said, how long is this review? And here's my response to you. Portugal was shorter than Sweden.
The Sweden review from the EBU was really
Really
long.
big and said absolutely nothing.
I tend
Be
to
nice
think
to
that...
the E EBU.
No. It's not about the EBU, but I think if you're the official body, your review should be a similar length for every app.
Correct.
In any case, keep going, Bernardo.
No, it's just the thing. Like for this one, it was not my favorite on FTC. Of course, I will support.
He was not with Trump.
It was. My God. I will need to see this on screen. Right. This was on. It was not a sure qualifier. It really is staging dependent. I know, and I applaud the merits of the song and the musicality and the orchestration and everything like that. As William says, for me, this is one of the strongest choruses of the year, even if you don't understand. Like, sonically, it really stuck with you in a sweet and endearing way. I just hope that visually it's enough to captivate the public to pick up their phones and vote.
Katarina Griot, do you plan on interviewing Napa? They have confirmed that they will be doing an interview with Wooby Blogs on Saturday the 10th of May in front of a live audience in Basel on the campus of Helvetia, the Swiss insurer. Just click on the hashtag House of Helvetia or visit the Wooby Blogs Instagram. We have an event for 1 week at Helvetia. 3 to 4 acts will be coming every single day, doing interviews in front of a live audience. We will then upload them to YouTube. So yes.
Jordan, the Eurovision fan, happy birthday, friend.
Happy birthday!
We love you. Aging is a beautiful thing. Even if decades on, it ends up with floppy icon at the cemetery.
Hal says floppy cunt eating floppy cake and a floppy shake.
Milkshake man.
Yeah.
Wait, where Tom Fuchs sorry. Tom Fuchs says, when are we getting the semifinal 2 video, please? Well, guess what? The 3 of us
just
were
recorded
filming it just before we sat down to do this, but we wanted to be on time. So we will finish that video this evening and we will upload it tomorrow afternoon. So thank you so much. We need to finish it tonight so we can publish it tomorrow. Because Bernardo isn't going to sleep here, so we need to do it after dinner or before dinner. Oh, crap.
After dinner.
We'll figure it out.
It's fine. It's Saturday.
We'll
it's
figure
Saturday.
it out, auntie. All right.
That means they're going to keep me up all
Now,
night.
should we find the photos, the shorts of every act?
It's at Eurovision. If you want to
on the
follow Eurovision Instagram page, if you want to follow with us, just go to the Instagram page. We cannot show it on screen due to copyright reasons.
We cannot show this on screen. Just go to the Eurovision Instagram account.
Justyna looked like Meghan Markle from it.
And once you're there,
Is that a good thing?
which
I think Meghan Markle's beautiful.
where
She's
are
beautiful,
these? Oh, so each of these videos. All right, we'll just do them in the order.
Oh, Poland's outfits are cool as shit.
Can we do this with some order, girl? So,
Oh my god, yeah.
oh my god, let's start in reverse order. So we're gonna start with Vibe from Iceland. So you guys, you have to scroll down, and then you'll see them in white t-shirts.
And their pajama pants.
And here we go. So they're in their pajamas.
At home, we assume.
Yeah. Okay. They hit the screen and they're wearing exactly what they were wearing before. And the backing dancers are in dungarees. I don't know if I like the backing dancers' outfits.
Yeah, we really need to see how lighting works with silver, because
It's quite messy. The pattern on the t-shirts. It's not as high
It's
impact.
anchors, right? Like going for the boat theme that we're not catching with the silver.
Yeah, but it's just on TV. Is that going to look good? I don't know. I just thought the wall of silver was very
I still
effective.
don't understand the whole silver theme here.
What do you think of Iceland's outfits? Do you like them? Do you approve? Let us know here on the Wooby Blogs YouTube channel. All right. People don't have comments on Vibe's clothes. People do not have comments on...
I would like to address this one.
Please.
Sheila says, I think people will be shocked when Portugal qualifies and Belgium doesn't, but I love both. I think Portugal does really have a chance at qualifying based on the sheer quality of the song. I think if juries were voting on the semifinal, I think this would be, for me personally, I'm not speaking for everyone, of course. For me personally, this would be a lock. Being 100% televote makes it hard for songs like this to qualify, and for ballads to qualify if they're not high impact. So it will really depend on the vibe Europe as on the night, right? And in the last couple of years, life has been so difficult across the world that people are just voting for angry, up-tempo, or more fun songs. People are depressed from Monday to Friday. They don't want to be depressed at Eurovision.
I said to someone the other day that it's time for a ballad to win again, because the last ballad
I agree.
was, what, 2020?
It was Salvador.
No, it was 2020. It was Netherlands. It was,
Honey, Eurovision was canceled in 2020.
It was 2021.
2019.
Sorry.
Israel. You're right. Yeah.
Indeed. All right.
Arcade. That was the song.
Yeah.
Oh, there are no comments on Vibe's outfit. Oh, here we go. Lil Catherine says, Vibe's outfits do not match the song, I think.
I think they're very TikTok-y.
I agree with her.
Yeah.
They're like aiming for a specific
audience.
And I don't think that audience picks up the vote. If it was like a free app to vote,
yeah,
maybe a paying customer, a paying audience member picking up the phone to vote for Vibe. Yeah, I don't know.
And Sally Sue, unfortunately, you cannot watch rehearsals. The EBU has decided to close first rehearsals, and so people are making their impressions based off of text provided by the EBU.
And
on
Instagram
Reddit,
reel.
and then an Instagram reel. So we are looking at the Instagram reels now. And in this reel, you just see a costume, basically. But Poland, let's look at Poland's outfit.
Looking stunning.
She looks good in real life.
Yes.
Okay, the backing dancers give me sexier versions of Ruslana.
This doesn't give me Gladiator.
Yeah, I like it though. It's more
I love it. No, I love it, but it hasn't. Yeah, it doesn't match what was said on the live blog.
They're green highlights on the outfit, so it's almost like it's giving nature Mother Earth.
It's like
now.
She's a beautiful lizard.
Yeah, lizard, chameleon, a swamp.
My question is, with the right lighting and neon lights,
That could look nice.
That could look really nice.
She's gorgeous.
That could look
Like
really
Justyna
nice.
is beautiful.
I really like how it looks like she crawled through the swamp. You've got mud, and then you've got the greenery, and yet the hair is still on point. It's like, I can dance in the swamp and still look fabulous.
That's a very Ferrera type outfit.
It is Ferrera. But again, as we said in our review, I don't know if it was in this live stream or earlier, with this song, you go all in, or you don't do it
or
halfway.
you go down in flames.
Yeah, and this is going all in.
Yeah.
All right.
Where do you see the outfits? On Eurovision's official Instagram page.
Yep.
So Lamplight, go to the official Instagram account of Eurovision. There are reels. Let's actually address this. Tom Fuchs says, what do you think of the fact they don't release rehearsal clips anymore? Was there a specific reason for that? I think at some point in recent years, it was said that by not releasing footage, it would protect the artist, because you would see footage and then people would make assumptions. But I think people are making more assumptions now based on just having text and photos than they would if they had actually seen a larger segment. And then there are other people who I think have said it's to shield them from criticism, I think. Am I making that up?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the second part. But yeah, the first part for sure, they mentioned like the fact that they want to protect the artists from comments online and from journalists reviewing the rehearsals, because basically what they say is when we're watching a first or a second rehearsal, we're not watching the final product. And some people review that as the final product, and there were not a lot of journalists in the past or fan media that would inform people that what we were reviewing was not the final product,
But
a rehearsal.
if you were
right?
following Eurovision based on when it was released, you knew that it wasn't the final product. I miss being able to see the evolution personally.
And me too.
That was exciting. And delegations have said repeatedly, many of them, that they would listen to comments made, the artists not necessarily, but the delegations, because then they would be like, oh yeah, that actually is a good way to think about it. So for them, it was an opportunity to get more feedback.
And to tweak things, yeah.
And obviously, many of them would shield the artist and say, don't go online, don't read this stuff. But it's tempting and it's hard to if you're the artist, of course you want to know what people are saying.
And this is something that has been ongoing for years, right? It's not like last year it was all access for everyone, and now this year specifically there's not access. It's just this is like slowly every single year they've reduced access to people from outside the organization. And even to give them a bit of credit, even this year compared to other years, they don't have the partnership with TikTok anymore, I believe. And they're not putting any photos or any content themselves out, bar that Instagram reel that is now up. So at least they're putting some restrictions to free media, to other media, but they're also applying it to themselves in some way.
I think you could argue, if you want to play devil's advocate, that maybe this makes the contest more sustainable in the sense that when you shut down the press room, it's less expensive, right? You don't have to rent the internet, the equipment, the tent is like a week less. So like there is a sense of making it cheaper. And then, well, I don't know how much money that is. If you can reduce the overall cost, like they added pre-recorded backing vocals so delegations can bring fewer people.
Yeah.
It's like to save money to help countries that don't have as big of a budget. So you could make the argument this is useful in that sense.
But at the same time, it goes a little bit against the cornerstone of the European Broadcasting Union, which is free access to the press and universal access to their events. So there's a slippery slope there. And then, of course, other people, I'm not saying me specifically, but other people may perceive this as a way of the European Broadcasting Union, by closing the doors to everyone else, they're able to control every single narrative that is built around this contest, because there's really no one doing the challenge to what is being put out, because we don't have the access to do it.
And some people might say it creates a monopolistic system, controlling the information. You get all the views, you get all the clicks, you get all the likes. You can then tell, I don't know, in your slide packet when you're trying to sell things or get sponsors, we got this many views and it went up by this much. Although I do view that as slightly counterproductive, because I think a rising tide raises all boats. And so when you kind of submerge all the other boats, it's like...
It basically creates erosion. It literally creates erosion in the community that at the end of the day fueled the contest to what it is today, right? So this sense of community makes sure that this was a 2-week event, and there was buzz for 2 weeks, even though, of course, like the week of the shows is the week with more views and more buzz and people talking about it. But even in like 5 years ago, if you asked me how many mainstream media were covering Eurovision, I would tell you like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Right? Certainly affects the economy and the purchasing that goes on in the house.
And the 2 or 3 mainstream media that would cover Eurovision, they would fuel their articles with information and content put out by fan media.
Yeah, and they only arrive on the Thursday or Friday before the final. They're here for like 2 days. But in any case, to cut a very long story short, one thing that makes me sad is sort of the host city used to have a huge opportunity, because back in
financial opportunity,
there would be
as
like 15,000. How big was the press room back in the day? It was much bigger,
huge.
And people would come for 2 weeks, stay in the hotel, etc. But like now, we're not in Basel, we're in Lisbon, because it's like, well, there's no press room, so we'll be.
Cheaper here.
It's cheaper here, right? And so these kind of decisions have to be made. In any case, we got to move on, because it's 7:51 and our dinner we got to end this at 8 to make our dinner reservation. So let's quickly go through the rest of the costume. This girl is hungry. All right, next up on this is Klemen.
With his son, I believe.
Oh, that's very sweet.
It's very sweet.
And he hits the camera. Oh, okay.
This is very...
You see the mountains on the stage in the background.
Tonywood? Hollywood?
What
does that say?
Maybe he's going for like Hollywood glamour. It says
Tommy
Wood,
which is the son. Is it the son's name?
No, but maybe that's Tommy Cash.
Was Tommy on first?
Oh,
Tommy Wood. If you look in the back of Klemen's video, there's Tommy Wood.
Maybe that's Tommy Cash.
Yeah.
But
let's talk about Klemen's outfit. Do we like it?
It's very basic.
It fits the song.
It fits the song, yeah.
Love the white t-shirt. Very classic. Men all over the world can relate to that white t-shirt.
And then like the shining,
Cute.
It's cute. I think it will work nicely when lighting.
Yeah. We move on.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Tommy Cash.
Okay, we're loading Tommy Cash. So go to Tommy Cash on the official Eurovision Instagram. His streetwear, he is giving Gen Z hunty.
100%.
Same outfit.
Same outfit. Maybe the tie's a bit bigger.
Same bodyguards. Yeah, the tie's longer.
It's a longer tie, and the rest is
I think the suit.
the rest is the same.
Okay,
There's really
so
not
no
much,
change.
no change
No
whatsoever,
change.
or small changes only. So there's
The changes here will be on the LED. Okay. and
this is not
then
Adonis. Okay, there we go. Ukraine. Oh,
Wow. Very feminine. Almost.
girl!
I love the colors.
Ukraine
Wow.
always brings their A game.
The colors are beautiful. This is much edgier than I expected.
I like it.
Wow.
Now let's just talk about that. Flared trousers, pink, giving space age.
Like an ally over. Well,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a
Ukrainian
Vietnamese ally, and also very Logan's Run. You know that movie, the space sci-fi. Cool. All right, we move on. This is Bara, bada, bastu, Kai.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same. Nice towels.
nice towels.
Why fix it if it's not broken? On point choreography.
A bit slicker than in.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Not much. And then
Oh, and that's all we've got.
and then Portugal is still not up. So
Oh, they're adding extra paragraphs to Sweden's description. Just kidding. All right, you guys, we have about 5 minutes. So any other comments?
let's see. Do we have any super chats?
So good to be back. We are so happy that you are back. Helly does not like those outfits from Ukraine, but Sheila la la la, she says she wants Ukraine singer's outfit for herself.
So I have a question. Who's going to be in Basel? Are we going to see any of you in person in Basel?
Hell, thank you for the super chat. Best
Floppy Vision channel.
Eurovision channel ever. You're always bringing a smile on my face. XOX. We send you a big XOXO. Thank
Yes, we
you
do.
so much. That's very kind. Flop Icon Vision. And there are no... there's the chat that started all of this. Flop Icon Legend. The one who started it all. Thank you so much.
Are we already on X?
X, what do you mean?
Oh my god, it just started, Yuba.
What?
Yuba says sad, in 2 weeks this will all be over.
Oh,
Like it just started.
Honey, it just started.
Stay with us. We have time. It's only going to get
Plenty of
more
time.
exciting every single... Jordan says that we are serving... Thank you so much. But only one of us is serving Kant. And that is Bernardo, who's a beautiful singer. Yes. All right. What did you think today? Whoops. What is this? Lil Catherine says, with the first Wee Wee Live, the Eurovision has officially begun. Tusen talk. You are amazing. And why did I not get recommended for this live stream, Ian?
That's the
Thank you for
thing.
joining us, Ian.
Rule number 1, if you're watching the live stream, how many people do we have watching the live
There are
stream?
566 still here.
566. 556. A lot of people here. Click the notification bell.
Yes.
That's the most important. Of course, you should subscribe to our channel. And if you're here, I'm pretty sure you're already subscribed. If not, go down and subscribe as well. But click that notification bell. As soon as you do that and we go live, you'll get that notification. You can be here from the start.
In fact, I will schedule tomorrow night's live stream before I go to bed. And so you'll see it and you can click the button. Sorry, this one was very last minute, very hasty. We just landed today.
Helly 888. Suzanne's laughter is my essence of life every year in May. Love these live streams. Can't wait for the next one. Thank you, Helly. Mwah.
Curtis says, is Debin coming to Basel? Yes. Debin at ArimiWeeblogs.com is making his return to the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 on Monday, the 12th of May. Monday, May 12th, Debin will be here. Love to you, Joseph, in New Orleans. Shout out to Louisiana. You keep slaying in the US of A. Joe Crook says, FloppyCon, Cyst, Bigger Sausage, Jan 6, 2021, Cemetery, Ducky Doo, Rhinoplasty. Imagine explaining this to a Victorian I'm taking a screen grab of that one. Okay, y'all smile. Bernardo Lean and Hunty. We're going to put that on Instagram. Tom Fuck says, I even got YouTube premiums.
Fuchs, baby.
Is it Fuchs or Fucks?
Fuchs.
Fuchs? Fuchs. Beautiful name. That is fantastic. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. We have a super chat. Shay says, I have eaten 7 Easter eggs today, but luckily I will be at the Wee Wee Vlogs House of Ozempic in Basel to have my dose.
Shay knows what she's doing. Most of the Eurovision 2025 partners are prescription drug companies.
All right, you guys, final, Loris, Kitos Upiasta Shosta. We were so happy that Erica got some love with the Wee Wee jury. We never know how it's going to work out, and she did very well. Klemen to the TOP. Now, listen, you guys, we're going to be late for our dinner reservation.
We're having pasta tonight. Bernardo picked a wonderful Italian restaurant, and I can't wait to have some homemade pasta.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
To feed the minnow belly.
And then we're going to finish recording our semi-final 2 reaction video, Who Will Qualify. That will publish tomorrow afternoon, along with Tomta's live performance from London of Replay last night, which there's a lot coming on the Wee Wee Vlogs YouTube channel. And I will also schedule tomorrow evening's live stream. Should we do it at 6:30?
We should do it.
Or should we do it after dinner or before dinner?
Before dinner? We can
Do
do
you
it
think?
before dinner.
But-
Yeah.
I mean, what do you prefer?
You guys,
Earlier or later?
do you prefer 7:30 Central Time, or do you prefer like 9 p.m. Central European Time? Please shout out in the comments before we go.
Yeah, we would love
7:30 or 9 p.m. 7:30 or 9 p.m. Please let us know.
Don't forget, 9 p.m. is 10 p.m. already in most of Europe.
Yeah. Oh well, gosh, they will shout it out, and we will find out.
Yes, Sinan will be in Basel, and he will be on live streams.
But look, guys, we are gonna see you later. Oh, people are saying 21.
21?
No, I do not wear
Okay.
He says 21. Oh, but then Shay says earlier.
I do wear a retainer, though, because
21. Everyone's saying 9.
orthodontic work is a
1:30.
lifelong commitment.
People say 9 p.m. is
okay.
better. Everyone says 9 p.m. is better. Okay, we will schedule it maybe for 8:30 then.
All right, now we're getting more 7. They're all over the place.
Oh, wow, yeah.
We could do Uber Eats and just stay in tomorrow.
Yeah, we could do. We could do. I do worry we might need to do it in that room, which is more sound absorbent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's real, the neighbors. Do we have neighbors? In any case, you guys, we will see you later.
Bye. See you tomorrow. No. Before we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Make sure you go to our Instagram page for the next House of Helvetia announcement. And please give some love to the act that we're going to announce. It's a he. He's fabulous.
He is fabulous, and he's going to be announced within 5 minutes. See y'all later.
Bye.